Okay, so today I'm going to show you how I did this makeup look. I started out with the SheGlam Melon Primer, and I love this primer. It moisturizes your skin if you have dry skin, and it gives you a nice soft glow. Next, I went in with the SheGlam Foundation Stick. Again, I actually really love this foundation stick. Shade match was a tad off the undertone, but I did make it work throughout with bronzer and stuff like that. But it blends out really, really nice. I use a brush to blend it out with, like this big kabuki brush you see me using here. It works really, really nice to blend everything out. I don't use beauty blenders for my foundation anymore because it just sucks up excess product. And I only do that when I have a foundation that's like extra drying. And then I went in with a little bit more. As you can see, it oxidizes just a tad bit because it did go on a little lighter. But I went in with a little bit more with a smaller kabuki brush to get some of these problem areas that I have. So up under my nose, there's a lot more redness. And then there was some redness peeking through where I had the acne spot. And I'm just using the smaller kabuki brush and tapping it to make sure I can focus that product in that area. It did a really nice job of covering some things. Then I'm gonna go in with the bronzer, the SheGlam bronzer that they have. I'm gonna be putting all these shades on the thing too, so y'all can see it. But I just bronzed in my normal areas like my foreheads, top of my cheeks. I did my nose. I actually did a little too much for my nose, but it's okay, it can be fixed. And then again, going in with that smaller kabuki brush to tap this product out and blend it. And this product blends out really, really nice, y'all. I was actually really surprised by the SheGlam stuff that I did try because the makeup is so cheap. But everything blends out nice and it sits on top of my skin very, very nice. Which if you have dry skin, that is like a big thing. Next is the SheGlam concealer. And I didn't go in with too much of this. I usually just focus it up under my eyes. I usually don't go with my nose, but because I put too much bronzer on, I'm just going to neutralize it a little bit by putting it on my nose. And then my forehead, because if you saw, I did not put any foundation on my forehead like that. And I like to tone match everything, so I just do my concealer since that's usually where I put it in like my T-zone and stuff. Unfortunately, I did have to go like wet my beauty blender in the process of this, so it did cause the concealer to stick a little bit and to dry down a little too fast. So if you are somebody who likes to let your concealer dry down, understand that it will be a little harder to blend, but I just had to work a little extra harder and it still blended out just fine. Then I went ahead and added a little bit more bronzer because I do like bronzer. It is my favorite thing to put on my face. I love to be bronzed, and once I had put that concealer on top of that bronzer, it had kind of like blended out a little bit more and I felt like I couldn't see it that much. Next, SheGlam concealer. The shade is not a good match for my skin tone, so that's why you see me going in with so much of it, but it still came out really good. It's a very nice pinky, not too pink blush that gives you like the sun-kissed blush look. Next is their pressed powder and loose powder in one that I really like. I love this. It has become my all-time favorite powder. I did go in with the pressed powder first up under my eyes, and now I'm going in with the loose powder to do like slight little baking. I did put this up under where I cut it, and I probably won't do that again because it did leave a white cast. But next I'm going in with the CoverGirl bronzer. Then we're going to go in with the SheGlam blush. I really love this blush on top of that other blush. It kind of layers really, really nice. But here where you can see me cutting it like up under my cheeks with that loose powder. Like I said, I won't do this again because once I went to go brush it off, it left a little bit of a white cast, which is fine. It can be fixed, which I did end up going in and fixing it. I'm probably just going to stick to using that loose powder for up under my eyes and then just sticking with like a pressed powder up under there. But everything looks really, really good so far. And then we're going to go in with the NYX Ultimate palette. It's a lot more pigmented than I thought it was going to be. And I'm just using circular motions to put that shade in my crease of my eye and blend it all the way up to my eyebrow. And I'm taking a smaller brush with that same shade just to go up under my eye and my the tight line with it and to connect it to what I blended out. Then going on with this Tarte palette, I'm just going to add that light brown shade that you saw in my crease and blend that up to my eyebrow, just add a little bit more definition and depth. Because I didn't really like just that one shade. I felt like that one shade needed a little bit more. Then I went in with a very light brown on my lid. This would just help lighten some things up some more because I felt like that shade had kind of got out of control on my inner corners a little bit. At this point, I wasn't liking my eyes. I don't know what it is about makeup, y'all. Like, I can do everything right, and then as soon as I get to my eyes, it absolutely ruins everything. I'm going in with this ColourPop Super Shock Shadow shade just to try to help it out a little bit, because when in doubt, I like to add some glitter or something to try to make it look better. And I'm just using my finger for this. I still didn't really like it that much. Next is the LA Girl black eyeliner. I'm just using this tight line and my waterline. It helps bring brown eyes out if you have brown eyes. Then I'm going to add a little small wing. I can't give you the name of this eyeliner that I use because it is a Korean brand eyeliner and I have no clue what the name is. Then we're going to go in with the Revlon Super Fix. If you don't have this, you need this because this absolutely melts all of your powder products in, and it looks absolutely beautiful once you do it. Yeah, I need to get me a little hand fan. Using my hand to wave it looks very, very crazy. Then on top of that Super Fix, I went in with the Make It Last Dewy Setting Spray. This has become my all-time setting spray. If you have dry skin, my all-time fave. Sets the makeup perfect, and it gives you a dewy look. Now my eyelashes, I struggled with my eyelashes, y'all. I went halfway in realizing that all of my eyelash glue has completely dried up because I've been doing clusters. So I ended up having to cut these eyelashes and put them on like clusters with the cluster glue, which I did not want to do, but I didn't really have any choice because there was no other way for me to put eyelashes on. I also chose these big eyelashes because it pretty much helps bring the makeup look together and it covers up what I didn't like. And they look very, very nice, very beautiful. And then you just need to go put in any type of mascara on your waterline, your lower lashes, to get that to all come together, because you skip this step, nothing with your makeup is going to come together. Then finishing touches, highlighter on the inner corners, and then highlighter in the brow bone to bring it all together. Then I took this same highlighter shade and I put it on the top of my cheeks. It's been a while since I've worn highlighter. I usually skip this stuff and keep it all matte look, but this type of glam really needed that little step of highlighter. Of course, we did it on my nose. I love putting highlighter on my nose. This is a really beautiful highlighter too, by the way, y'all. Next, we're gonna overline my lips. I'm just using a dark brown shade. This is a very creamy lip liner from SheGlam. Very easy to blend. I'm going to take a brush that doesn't really matter to do this. I don't use this brush for anything else but this. I'm just going to blend out that lip liner just a little bit. And then we're going to go in, I believe this is a Milani lip oil. It's like the brown shade. But yeah, this is pretty much the makeup look. Everything came out really, really cute. It's really glam.